my everythings. I hope that you all are doing well. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you would like to get notified anytime that new reads are being posted, please feel free to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so that you can get those notifications anytime that new reads are being posted, okay? And this read is going to be for Libra. Libra, I'm seeing that this read is strongly influenced by a number of things. Though the first one is I'm seeing fire. So the element fire is strongly represented in the western wind. It represents like having a sense of creativity, conversation, dialogue, communication, vibration. And with the element fire specifically, influences the experiences and the connections that we have to the planets Mars and Saturn. Mars goes through an orbital cycle every 2 years. Mars influences the experience of politics and a sense of responsibility. So just the intelligence of the element fire and how it participates in our experiences of what we call politics and a sense of responsibilities. And just think about how that just manifests in so many different ways. And that is, you know, how we spiritually identify that that is the element that is connected to that specific planet. So I just love being able to talk about this because, yes, it was quite the journey to learn about it. So it fascinates me every time, and I think that we all as human beings are definitely marvels in all of the creators. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so as I was saying, the element fire is also strongly influenced, the experience of the element fire. It's also strongly influenced by the planet Saturn. And Saturn goes through an orbital cycle every 30 years. And Saturn influences the experiences that have to do with karmic lessons. Now, true or not true, the story is that karmic lessons can be transferred over from lifetimes and stuff like that. So essentially, if you believe in like reincarnation and stuff like that, or you believe that we were all born into sin, whatever your beliefs are, the planet Saturn functions as a celestial body and entity, resource really, that helps the soul experience maturity. And as the soul itself experiences a sense of maturity, it becomes something that's more prioritized in the individual spirit's journey. So the soul puts the spirit on these, you know, through these experiences that they go through in their life, and the soul is essentially the one that's responsible for raising the spirit. Though the soul goes through its own journey, and then the spirit goes through its own journey, though essentially they are one, right? So, it's so fascinating. So with the planet Saturn, it goes through its orbital cycle every 30 years. So you could have been going through something for like the last 30 years, or you may be 30 years, you know, in your 30s or something like that. Or like I said, it could have to do, or this could like be something that you've been going through, maybe you're in your 60s or something like that, you know? And it could be like a cycle that's probably coming to an end, something that you inherited, because there are inherited familial karmic cycles, like stuff that your parents used to do, or the people that raised you used to do, or things that were normal in your community that you've grown from. You've learned from it and you've grown from it, and you either are a part of the change or something like that, okay? So I'm just seeing the element of fire. strongly influencing a lot of what's going on during the cycle of this read. Hold on. Okay, so then your cycle of your read is strongly being influenced by the moon. So the moon goes through an orbital cycle every 27 days, right? And what was the most interesting thing that I just feel so moved to share is that the moon functions as like a protector for our planet. So I don't know if you can like look it up, and I may even look it up myself to find the link and put it in the description. Though there's a video of like how the moon rotates around our planet and how it essentially protects us from comets and asteroids hitting our planet, and that's why the moon has so many craters in it. So it functions as like a defense system for us. I think that is so beautiful, and I think that it is divine. And I don't know if the moon is like a technology of like a living, you know, entity, the same way, celestial living entity, the same way that the earth is, because we all know that the earth is living, right? I don't know if the moon is the same way, though I do want to take all of my time to just give thanks for the sacrifices that the moon continuously makes when it's taking all of those hits, so that our planet, the place that we call home, is protected. The heart of, you know, our solar system is protected. Just be humble and meek in that, if anything. So, yeah. Shout out to the moon. So the moon is influencing a lot of what's going on during the cycle of this read. And I'm seeing that it's associated with specific memories, maybe that you're thinking about, and then the emotions that are associated with those memories. I think that just speaks volumes to like what it is that we go through, and you know how, yeah. And then specifically Mars comes out as being like an influence of, you know, the cycle of the read. As I said before, Mars does go through an orbital cycle every 2 years. It has to do with politics and responsibilities that influence your experiences. So if the moon is influencing the cycle of the read, and you're thinking about certain memories that have to do with politics, maybe history, and the sense of responsibility that you have maybe in your personal life, or as a human being, or as a citizen, or as a husband, as a wife, as a child, a parent, like whatever, you know what I mean? It's just, I'm seeing that that energy is so strong for you right now, and there are conversations that are being had. There's a vibration that you're on that has to do with you creating and maintaining that level of balance that helps you keep your peace, okay? And that's really what I'm seeing. And I'm also seeing that the planet Venus is strongly involved in what's going on during the cycle of this read. Venus goes through an orbital cycle every 8 months, and Venus specifically influences the experience. I had to look at the card, but I didn't really have to look at it. Venus influences love and desire and beauty and sex and fertility and all of those things that we get satisfaction out of when it comes to our lives and, you know, what it has to offer us. Excuse me, and what we get to participate in offering others, right? So yeah, the fulfillment of your desires is what the Venus energy is about, and I'm hearing that song, Fire and Desire, baby. Okay, so I'm seeing that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self a lesson in regard to maybe like a group, because I'm seeing gang. So that's coming through with the northern wind, representing partnerships and community building. I'm seeing gang members, like, though gang members could represent like groups, organizations, affiliates, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be, you know, have that negative stigmatism that's associated with groups of people that come together and, you know, make a difference. Or if it resonates with you, don't you put that down when you know that it's about you. Just kidding. But really though, I am seeing that the northern wind has come in, and it does have to do with like partnerships and community building. So I'm also seeing reading a book with the western wind, as well as friction with the western wind. So you got some western wind coming in where the soul is teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about the process of reading a book, maybe retaining, getting information, studying, maybe having a certain type of discipline, learning new things, as well as friction. Because, and I say that because new ideas of certain things can come from reading new text or information that comes from others. So you could have been like going through the process of reading a book, getting some new type of perception, and that could have caused some friction based off of the ideals that you already had, or winds that were already resonating with you when it comes to certain gang members, or if you were in a gang or some type of association or something like that. It may have caused some type of friction because it challenges or challenged your beliefs. Something like that is what I'm seeing. Now, my dear, give yourself grace, okay? That's all I'm gonna say, because we're always going through changes and transformations and transitions, because the world is constantly evolving, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm seeing that the spirit of true self is seeking security from some type of insult. So you may have insulted someone, or someone may have tried to insult you. Take it as it resonates. I'm also seeing surrounded in that is the experiences that you've had, though I'm seeing that it hasn't been pleasant for you. The experiences haven't been pleasant for you because of the insult or something like that. And then also ghost. So I'm seeing that maybe you were haunted by your past because of some type of gang involvement, right? If that was where your responsibilities were, where your loyalties were, and where you politically stood, right? For, your community. And I'm not projecting that was your reality. I'm just saying that if it was, then that is why I'm seeing what it is that I'm seeing. Okay? Not blaming you or nothing. Just saying that's the way that it showed up. So I'm seeing that you may have been getting haunted by ghosts. And maybe some type of conversation, some dialogue, some communications were happening. Could have been in a dream, could have been in your actual reality, in regard to some type of gang members. Also could have been like people maybe making you feel like you were being bullied or being pressured to do something that you didn't want to do. Or it could have been something that you got involved in because that was the culture, right? With community building in the northern wind, we have to be aware to the fact that sometimes it happens because we don't feel like we have other choices, right? So I'm seeing that whatever it was, the experiences that you went through the cycle of this read brought you through to the other end of it, for sure. Though I'm seeing that you were going through something. And it didn't make you feel so great. Okay. So I am seeing engagement ring. So congratulations if you're getting engaged, or if you are engaged, congratulations. I'm seeing higher commitment. I'm seeing eternity. I'm seeing partnership and union and completion. I'm also seeing that you may be reminiscing, making memories with that moon energy. That makes sense. Like if you're looking back to, like I say, your memories of where it is that you were and where it is that you are now and who it is that you are becoming. You've learned from the past, especially with that Saturn energy from the element of the fire. Whenever you do think on your past, you always remember like that you grew. You're not still in that same energy. You recognize how it is that you've grown, and it gives you good understanding and awareness that everything went the way that it was supposed to go. So you're not in an energy of regret. So like I said, you have a sense of perception, and that could be coming from you reading this book and the friction that may be happening or not happening. You know, I'm hearing religiously, so it may be like a religious book, a spiritual book, some type of sacred text that may or may not have been conflicting with your ideals that were associated with you being involved in a gang. Take it as it resonates. If it does not resonate, don't like attach yourself to it. The thing about the reads are they represent the fullness of time, and that means that that's the awareness that there are multiple layers to the reality, and even in that truth, you are not the only Libra that this may apply to, right? So that's why I say take it as it resonates, because other things you're gonna be like, oh, that's right. Though, you know what I mean? So this is about perception for sure, and learning from the past, and like I say, you making new memories. So as you are in a commitment, whether it be like in work or in love or in your faith, right? I'm just seeing that as far as the moon energy, you were, thinking about how far along you've come from where it is that you were in your past. I'm seeing that a challenge that you may have had to overcome, or that may have caused some type of friction that was outside of your control, is the partying aspect of what happens in your community. And I say that I'm seeing that this is something that was outside of your control is because it is. Okay? You spending time with your friends, the experience of you having fun, you maybe being single, living in the moment, is something that I'm seeing that you may have been thinking about when it came to you reminiscing about the past. And those experiences that you've had, or that you had in the past, with whether if they were gang members or not, those experiences were meant to happen, though they were also experiences that were outside of your control. And that's all that Spirit wants me to make clear to you. So take it as it resonates. Then, what's this? And then one of those things that I'm seeing that you're being challenged with, or that you were being challenged with, was like your environment, your reality, something like that mirroring back on you in order for you to heal those inner wounds. Because like I said, I was seeing that you were seeking security from some type of insult, and then like your shadow self has to be like, well, why do you want to insult someone? Why do you feel moved to do that? Why is that something that you feel like you need to do? as you can see, if you're mirroring that kind of energy, then there are some inner wounds that need to be healed. And that also happens for other people externally, like when they're projecting, negative things onto you. I say that to you because I had to explain that to myself, is that they have inner wounds. The only thing that I can do is speak life into them that brings light into that dark space that their ego is in, that is projecting from. Because it can be fear, it can be anxiety. One of those things that there was like a revelation about when I was meditating last night. I think it was like that some people do that because they don't want to have to do the work of like building up solid relationships, because they don't want to have to face being abandoned. Or it's like sometimes in the past, before we recognize what our inner wounds were, we may have sabotaged healthy relationships or the work that needs to go into maintaining a healthy relationship, because we had to process and deal with and understand the experience that we had where people disappointed us, that according to what we gather from our reality, that certain people are supposed to protect us from going through certain things, especially as children, right? And I can imagine that children that live in areas that are, surrounded in war, places like Gaza, and I'm sure that's not the only place that has war going on like every day, right? Let us just pray for them. Though what I'm speaking on is like when you are not healed and you are just in survival mode, and what you're experiencing is, it's difficult to build healthy relationships because the people that were supposed to protect you and make you feel safe and take care of you, or at least that's how you've processed things in the reality because you were a child. It can be a challenge, or it could have been a challenge that you needed to overcome. And there could have been times where maybe that was your only choice, was to be involved in some type of gang because they made you feel safe. They made you feel protected. Maybe your gang members are the ones that gave you a place to stay when your parents kicked you out after you was going through a hard time because you was SA'd or abused or something like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there are so many different things that may have happened in your life that led to you going through even more challenging things. However, where you are now, where you've created a sense of prosperity and good fortune and balance and gratitude for yourself, and I'm saying that because I can see it, right? I can see how prosperous and wealthy and financially secure you are. And then I can also see what may have been haunting you, because I'm seeing that you were seeing ghosts. So I'm saying that to say it's it's important to heal those inner wounds so that you don't sabotage healthy relationships with other people romantically. And also, if you have children, that you present a healed parent to them, that you heal for them. Okay? And that's all I'm going to say in regard to that. Because it is saying that that was a challenge for you. And because I know that that seems like a very heavy subject or topic, you know, I don't want to tip your scales so that you're unbalanced. I want you to remain balanced. I want you to remain calm. And if you need to unpack it a little bit by a little bit, then that's just what you do. You got your whole life to get it right, or to grow and progress, to succeed and be better, to mature. And it's all, you know, in God's plan and divine timing, which I also see. So that's why I said it. Furthermore, overcoming the challenge of healing these inner wounds, angels are saying yes, right? Because abundance, there's abundance for you. So if you are reading some type of spiritual text and it was causing you some type of friction or beliefs, you know, some people call that conviction or whatever. I'm not judging you. I'm sure that, you know, you're probably God's gazillionth human being. And there's still so much attention to the detail of who it is that you are and who it is that you will become, and the prophecy over your life and your destiny, and so many good things that are in God's plan for you, or Allah's plan for you, or the Most High's plan for you, or whatever it is that you call the one that has created it all, right? The one that's in control of it all. This being pays close attention and detail to us, while also not making us feel like we're being harassed. I'm just gonna be honest, because I got to a point in time in my life where I was like, let's just be real. If you know that God is in control all the time, ain't it gonna get to a certain point where you kind of feel like you're being harassed? So yeah, so this being that we all believe in does so much to make sure that we always feel safe and secure on so many different levels, right? Especially if you operate in an energy of obedience to that being. And also, like I said, it gives you your privacy and space and time for you to grow and mature as you operate in your calling. Okay, so the emotions and the specific messages that are associated with the overall read are that is God's plan for you to feel content. I'm seeing that, well, Spirit is saying that you're way too busy, or someone's way too busy for a karmic. You're way too busy to be in a karmic energy. I'm seeing like somebody that's focused on their goals, focused on their accomplishments. You're way too busy to be involved with any type of karmic energy. Or in that, whatever karmic cycle that you were in is, you know, is complete. It's coming to an end. You cycled out of it. You learned your lesson, so you're moving past it, right? That was all a part of God's plan. So if you were feeling haunted by some ghost or some type of insult, because I know that if you are in a gang, there are certain words that people just don't say to certain gang members because it's an insult, right? So I don't know if that's what was going on. Though if you are in a different space spiritually in your life, then the karmic loyalties that you feel that you may have to need to respond to certain stuff like that, you got a lot more important things, prophetic things that are a part of what God has for you. So continue to operate upright, okay? Because you are fortunate. You gotta know how fortunate you are. For you to feel joy. For you not to feel alone. And for you not to be inferior. Okay? Why? Because the angel said there's abundance coming. So, if you're not familiar with how it is that I do my reads, I do them based on time that has been offered or is available to me for me to be able to share the message with you. So thank you. The time that has been offered to me is the Ace of Pentacles. When I tell you, you don't know how much I needed this. I mean, I'm just grateful, right? I'm definitely grateful for all of my offerings that I receive whenever I do my reads, because I commit myself to doing this every day, right? And it really was a calling for me to do it every single day, because I'm a part of something that's bigger than me. I was given a gift, and I need to utilize that gift for others in their healing, to be able to support you all in your healing journey, and it don't stop, right? So thank you for this Ace of Pentacles. I don't know what it is, I don't know how much it is. All I know is, any type of Ace of Pentacles is a good thing. So thank you. This Ace of Pentacles represents like new money coming in, new financial opportunities, new job, a check. Thank you. So this is coming through as like a timeless classic energy. So thank you. It's not being received as like creepy, weird, or frightening, and it's also not painful. So I'm just seeing like an easygoing opportunity that sits well with me. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Then the energy that I see you in is the Nine of Pentacles. With this Nine of Pentacles energy, like I said earlier, I'm seeing that you are in an energy where you're fruitful, you're financially secure, you're abundant, you're wealthy, and you're being received in this energy is like not boring, very genuine, and it's not complicated. Like your financial status isn't complicated for you, okay? As you can see with this Nine of Pentacles energy, this is someone that has a home, has a castle pretty much, and got more than enough money. And they also have the time to like just embrace and be grateful for the little things as well, okay? So, in the past positions or in the cycle of this read, you are being seen in the energy of the Four of Cups, where there was a divine offer that was coming in. So you were getting an offer from the divine. Congratulations on that. I'm seeing that you received this offering as like appetizing, satisfying. So it could have came like in the form of something that you can consume. That's always nice. Yeah, I'm seeing that it was definitely satisfying. I'm also seeing that you may have been like a little bit cautious of it. Though I'm seeing that once you tried it, you were like, that was good. So then I'm seeing that you were in the Six of Swords energy. The Six of Swords is representing that you were moving on to calmer waters, like wherever there may have been some friction or some misunderstandings, or you were struggling or battling with things emotionally, I'm seeing that with the Six of Swords, you are moving forward in like a graceful way. And that Four of Cups energy definitely could have made it a whole lot easier, or probably did make it a lot easier for you to be able to just, you know, I'm gonna just let it go. I'm gonna just move on. I know that God has better things for me. So I'm seeing that you're in the Six of Swords energy, like very graceful, not mischievous, not sneaky. It is just like a smooth sailing. That's just what I'm seeing. And then towards the end of the cycle of the read, I am seeing that you were in the Sun energy, which is showing me like joy, splendor, favor, like celebration, gratitude. Like, I'm seeing that because you were willing to move forward and move on and let go and be in that healing energy, you were able to celebrate peacefully. Okay, you are being received in this energy as very caring, sweet, influential, and also attractive. So good for you. Let's talk about your future. So the first card that I'm seeing for your future is the Tower in reverse. Tower in reverse is showing me that whatever chaos and confusion that whoever or whatever tried to get you all mixed up in is crashing at your feet. So I'm seeing you aren't involved in being haunted. So you are being received in this energy as like very luxurious. So that's cute. And the Tower reverse is like something, someone, maybe this gang member, maybe this ghost gang member type of energy from the past was trying to haunt you. That's just what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing that what I just said is that you speak life into those that try to cast negativity and hatred, or even your past missteps. If they try to bring that into your future, they'll meet God. The God of good that speaks life into them and doesn't curse them back. The God that gives them grace and forgiveness. The God that operates in an energy of awareness that it has created all, including that experience. So if it can destroy anything, it would be the same energy that's persecuting you and speaking hate and death and insult and anxiety and fear and what was those other words, and loneliness, and what was you struggling with, karmic lessons or whatever. God can always come in and turn it around. Okay? So I'm saying that you aren't being haunted by your circumstances or your challenges. You're not being haunted by boredom that causes complications in a peaceful mind. You're not being haunted with imposter syndrome, okay? You're not being haunted by pain and mischief and the stench of it, okay? I'm seeing that you're being celebrated by the fact that certain BS you're just not involved with, and you are being received as like very luxurious. So you're very fortunate. And that's what's going to happen in the future, so don't worry. Then I'm seeing the Page of Cups, where there's a reconciliation. There's love on the brain. And like I said, there's a sense of forgiveness. Or I'm just seeing like someone's coming home to you, or you're coming home to someone. And you're being received in this energy as like believable, trustworthy, reliable, credible. Also naturally being received that way. Also not wicked, evil, or corrupt. And as far into your future as I can see is this Queen of Swords energy. Now this Queen of Swords could always be you, or it could be someone that is defending and protecting you. The Queen of Swords energy is someone that sets boundaries, don't take no, and this Queen of Swords energy is being received as honorable, just, virtuous, trustworthy, relatable, reliable, unfailing, and natural in this energy. Okay? So this is what it is, Libra. If this is you in this energy, I pray that as you are operating in an energy of truth and justice, and you're setting boundaries, and you're, you know what I'm saying, you're being well received as trustworthy and reliable and honorable, male or female, the gender is not specific, that you also are able to operate in that energy without losing your sense of grace and emotional intelligence that is also necessary for you to remain balanced, okay? So, as I said before, if it seems like it's too much, just do it a little bit at a time, okay? Don't pressure yourself. Don't make anybody else feel pressured. Give yourself grace. You're doing an amazing job. And give grace to others. Okay? So to you, Libra, I do thank you so much for joining me for this read. I send love, light, and healing energy, and I will see you all next time. Bye.
Hey, my everythings. I hope that you all are doing well. So we have a goal. Do you know how I do the service projects like American Red Cross, Habitat for Humanity, working with FEMA? I'm in the recruitment process for a new government service project. That requires relocation, and your girl needs some money. So if you or anyone that you know is willing to help in the support or the move, I would greatly appreciate it. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe because we only have a few months. I know it's like a last minute ask, though this is something that we really need so that everything can go out and make a difference, okay? Thank you so much, and I appreciate you all for supporting the channels.